Hi, it's me again, Anakwesi Eya from Studio Room 4, and welcome once again to our YouTube channel, Go in 5. Go in 5 simply means learn how to edit in 5 minutes. So this platform basically and practically is for those who edit and those who want to learn editing. In our previous videos, we've learned a couple of things, and today in this video we are going to look at tools, the tools one using to edit. When you're editing, there are some tools that you need to be using, and that tools are very important to Premiere Pro and any other workstation that you're using to edit. But in Premiere Pro, let's look at this tool. Where do you have to see this tool that we are talking about? The tool that we are talking about is located here, and this button actually is the toolbar, and that toolbar contains a lot of tools here that you need to edit. There is this thing you should know, that the tools that has been placed here is everything you need to do your editing, and that same tool, each and every tool that you see here, it has been assigned to a certain key on the keyboard that you can be using it. So it's either you learn the keyboard shortcuts or you use your mouse to manipulate whatever you need. So today on the platform, or on this video, let's learn the use of each tool. Now, the number one tool that you need to know is called the move or the selection tool. The selection tool, the shortcut for it is V. With V, you can be able to activate the selection tool, and this is the use, or this is how to use the selection tool. It helps you to move a clip on your timeline, move it from one place to another. That is the use of the move tool. The only thing it does is to do move around your clips, to move around and play around your clips. And the selection tool, it's a major tool because that is everything that you need to do in this editing. You need that to be moving your text, your clips, your music, that is actually the tool you'll be seriously working with. I'm not saying the rest of the tools you're not going to use them. You also really need the rest of the tool to help you to do your editing. But the basic tool you need is the selection tool. This is how the selection tool does. Let's say there's some I've put in a clip on the timeline and I want to delete it. As you can see, if you see the color like this, there's something you should know. When you launch Premiere Pro, the color of the clip is not like that. It's a different color, but for me, that's how I've set my color to be, so don't worry about it. Yours is not going to happen like that. Anyway, when you select the clip, this is how it becomes. So when you use the selection tool to select your clip on the timeline, then you can apply anything that you want to do on the clip to it. Let's say I want to delete this particular clip. How do I do it? I just click on it to select and press the delete button, and it will just delete the clip. This clip also will help you to do to be doing dragging your things into your timeline or onto your timeline, and then just to play with it. Now I'm dragging a clip onto my timeline, and I have the clip on the timeline like this. The move tool again will help you move around. Now we have the ripple delete tool, the ripple edit tool, okay, and the shortcut for that is B. Okay, on your keyboard I tried to assign shortkeys for my editing, so there are some tools you won't get it like that, but if you go to keyboard keys and trace it, you will know each and every tool. This is what the ripper, the tool it does. But before we come on the ripper tool, let's talk about the razor blade. The key tool that you'll be using to edit in Premiere Pro is one, the selection tool, and two is the razor blade. The razor, it helps you to what? Cut your clip or divide your clip into any section that you want. So let's say I want to work on this particular clip. All that I have to do is to make sure I have my selection tool to be moving around, and if I want to cut where the cursor is, I have to pick the razor tool to do what? Add edit. And when I do that, I can't use the same tool to be moving around. It will be just adding edit, cutting the footages for you. So if you want to, let's say you've add edit to a clip, and if you want to move that particular clip to the other side or move it around, go back and choose your selection tool so that you can be able to move around. Now the ripple edit tool, this is what it does. Let's say it's here like this. I pick this tool and click on the empty space, and I can delete, and it's going to add my bring together the clip. Or you can use this clip and then move around your use it to trim your clip without going to any other length. Pay attention. For example, when we use ripple edit tool to just bring back our audio, is still going to maintain where we access the clip. It's not going to move it around. But if we use the selection tool to be doing this, it will leave, it's going to let the space be there. But the ripple edit tool will do let you maintain where the clip started, like this. So that is the use of the ripple delete tool. And inside the ripple delete tool, if you see a small arrow here, that means there are more tools over there, so pay attention to it. When you click and hold, that tools are going to hold up for you so that you can have access to the rest of the rolling edit tool, and then the stretch tool. The stretch tool, this is what it does. Let's say I want to add a slow-mo. I want to stretch my clip on the timeline, and I want it to be a slow-mo. Now we'll come on the slow-mo section, but I'm showing you the use of that stretch tool. When I play my clip like this, when I play the clip like this, that means it's in the actual motion as we filmed it. So let's say I want to stretch the clip, which means I'm trying to let the speed go either faster or slower, and I'm going to use the stretch tool to do stretch the clip. And when I stretch it backwards, it means the clip's supposed to run in 100%, and it's now 50 53.92%. That means it's going to go slower. So when I play, it go in slow motion. It stretched the clip. So that means we've added effect as a slow-mo effect on it. But the same tool, when I stand here at the edge of the clip and then drag, click and hold and drag towards the other side, I mean the right side of the clip, that means the outwards clip is going to go faster. Now if I bring the clip backwards and play it, okay, if I bring the clip backwards and play it like this, it's going to run in fast motion. Now this is the clip actually I am working on. So that's the use of the stretch tool, and we have the rolling what tool. The rolling edit tool, this is what it does. Let's say there are some clip over here that I want certain action, okay, and this particular playback, okay, and the same clip tool is here. But this is what I have to do. Instead of using the cursor to read through the clip or play through the clip to see where there is some action, I can just use the rolling edit tool to just drag like this to carry it up, and now I have this. The same clip to do what? Do backwards. Now you are not going to see actual effect of this tool, but in time and as time goes on, you are going to have a great idea how you can use this tool, especially when we have arranged an hour or many minutes clip on your timeline. That is when you know the good use of this clip. Now we have the track select forward tool. Let's say I have a clip here on the timeline and I want to move it. If I use the selection tool to move it, it will just move it and it will be cutting off my clip. Maybe I don't want it to be like that. I don't want it to be like that. But I want to maintain the spaces between this one and this one and move them and have the same space. That is why I'm going to use the track selection forward tool. And then when I select that tool and click on the clip like this, it will select everything ranging from the start where the arrow is. It will move everything to the other side, which is making you hold the space and everything you will have on the timeline. Hold it, move it the same time. But I don't want to do like this. Drag this one and drag this one to it and be like this. But when I use this tracking forward selection tool, I can move just and maintain the same space. And this same tool, it has it in reverse, and if you click and hold, you see the other side. You can drag from this point and go to the other point. Now let me show you the actual use of this. Let's say we've had edits, couple of edits, on our lines, and I just want to move this and this and this, or just want to move only this clip and this clip. For me to move it, I have to move this, then I have to bring this. It's going to delay me, so I'm not going to do it like that. So I'm going to use that selection tool, okay, to just move the clip. When I select that like this, it will select everything ranging from this place. And when I use the reverse one to also do it, it was just going to select this. So if you just want to move this side, you use this arrow. And if you just want to move the other side only, you just have to do this. That is the use of this tool. And we have the skipping tool. The skipping tool, if I have if I really want to, you know, there are some performance here, okay, that maybe what the action here, this and this are the same clip, okay, but I've just add edit. And if I just want to add this clip to it, okay, there are some performance here, I want it rather to be here, I'll just use this tool, the slip tool, to just move and get that particular what action in that my video. And now when I drag this one to this point, I have it here, the same action here. So these tools are very, very important to your edit, so you need to take time and study them. But the last tool, or a tool that you also need, is, let's say you want to move your timeline. If you use this, you can't move the timeline. When you drag, it will just be writing the clip for you, and maybe you'll be messing up your clips. So if you use the hand tool, okay, the hand tool, it will help you move around your what, your timeline, without even touching any clip. And when you click and hold, this tool, it will give you zoom. That is when you want to see details of your what, your clips. And in short key, you can just easily do it this place. Open, zooming in and zooming out of your what, your timeline. It's either you use the zoom or you use this arrow to move through your clip. Lastly, we have, not lastly, there are two more tools left, and we have the pen tool. The pen tool helps you to add a shape to a particular thing that you are working on. Let's say you want to apply an effect or to your program or to the timeline that you are working on. Okay, this, you can use the pen tool to do many things at the same time. But what you can use the pen tool to also do is, when you stand here to double click, it will open the audio for you. And the audio, as you see here, it has a line, and that line is called a keyframing line. And when you use the pen tool to click on it, it's going to give you a point, and you can use the same point and use your arrow selection tool to drag. We'll come on that. That is when we use it to add a keyframe to your clip. So put that in mind. And aside that too, you can use the pen tool to just maybe do a maxing something around your clip, or draw a shape, to use it to draw. Just like if you know about Photoshop, you know what I mean. So maybe just draw a shape. So you can use it to do anything that you want. Okay, that is the tool, the use of the pen tool. It makes you add a graphical shape to your your timeline. Now let's look at something here. Text tool. Text tool helps you to type. If you want to type something on your clip, we'll look at this because it also has another side that we need to go details about. So today we end with this tool, pen tool, and deep down the pen tool we have the square tool, and then the ellipse tool. It only allows you to add a graphics, a shape to your your timeline. That is the use of the tool so far. But with time and continuously practicing, you will learn unique things about each and every tool here. Thank you very much for watching this video. In the next video, we are going to learn about a lot of things, how we're going to edit our stuff. Editing is fun, and when you're doing editing, you become Mr. Amazing. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that, and if you haven't shared this page for your friend to have access to it, do it right now. My name is Nana Kwesi Eya, and I'm from Studio Room 4, and this is Go in 5. Simply edit, learn how to edit in 5 minutes. Thank you very much for watching. If you watch this video and you know the use of certain tools, and if you want to just drop down your comments and let's see both, and let's all learn about stuff. If I actually want to go in details, then you can also just take the opportunity to just contact me and just come to the studio and let's learn. If you want a private teaching, I am there to give you that. But online, we are giving you the basic of you being able to edit. And even with the basic, you can use the basic skills to do everything about. Once again, thank you very much for watching. Leave your comments if anything you want to share or any question you want to ask. See you in the next video.